What is the point of getting the boxing media together if you're going to make a statement, which you could easily do and just circulate it, and then that would be the end of it? No questions were allowed. That is an absolute smack in the face to everybody who went to that.
Well,
Martin Samuel in the Mail this morning, Simon.
Written a good article.
It was an unsavoury spectacle. The promoters of the sweet science seeking to undermine sweet reason in a court of law after the British Boxing Board of Control washed their hands of the fight. What a repulsive scene it became.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, it's a lesser of all evils to go out and to the media and say something rather than nothing and do it as a faceless statement. It's a preposterous set of observations that he's made because he's defending the indefensible. It's cowardly because he wouldn't come on and answer questions from people like us or go into a press conference where people are going to ask him real joined-up questions. Due process, well, you know, you can follow the due process argument if you want. You can produce B samples anytime you want. You can do the things that should be done. There is no question that what was being attempted to be achieved here, these promoters have left a lot to be desired, because there's no question in my mind that what they were seeking to achieve, and let's be clear about why people might have been making observations about high courts and injunctions, because Eddie Hearn told people that it was in the hands of his lawyers. Right? So by definition, Eddie started that hare. He started the dynamic of how people might be perceiving what he's going to be doing. And I would be very surprised if there wasn't discussions about injunctions, if there wasn't discussions about using alternate boards. They may not have come to any fruition. Maybe videos circulating of Eddie Hearn espousing the benefits of the very system that he is seeking to find a way round in terms of VADA testing doesn't help any cases that you might want to bring via your legal team to be able to overcome a failed drugs test. Not overcome an adverse finding, overcome a failed drugs test. So when we're talking about that in its distilled form, how can anybody look at this and say, this is awful? How can they not look at it and say it that way? How can they not look at it and say, whatever way you want to spin this, and you can be very smart to spin it in a way that looks like you're going to sue the board. Yeah. You're going to sue the board for upholding the values of the sport. You're going to sue the board for upholding the integrity and principles of a sport. That's what you're going to sue them for, are you?